Okay, so I'm Grasswalker. Hello and welcome back to the Group D group stage games for the Dota 2022 Bot Masters. On the Radiant side, we have hard default bots, and on the Dire side, we have ranked matchmaking AI. Check we're not in the lobby, and we will start this game up. So this is the first time that either of these two teams have played a game in this tournament, and I'm excited to see what their debut will have to offer. Ranked matchmaking and default hard bots picking their heroes now. The default hard bots just pick their whole team. We've got a Skywrath Mage, an Earthshaker, a Phantom Assassin, a Jukira, and a Dragon Knight. Picking your heroes this quickly might not be the correct decision when ranked matchmaking, I don't know if it does, but it might have an element of counter-picking scripted into it. We start off with a Venomancer, which I don't think is a bad pick this game. It can cancel the Blink Dagger of the Earthshaker. They've got a lot of heroes that kind of want to be involved. Kiro, Dragon Knight, Phantom Assassin, Earthshaker. Prime targets for the Venomancer ultimate. Tidehunter, a similar energy. You've got that big teamfight ultimate. Troll Warlord, I don't see how that's a good pick this game, but maybe it is. I don't really play Troll, so I don't know what is and isn't a good Troll game. And OD though. Ooh. OD doesn't usually like to play against Skywrath Mage, but the other four heroes I think OD is quite good against. And their final pick is a Lion. I don't think that's particularly good or bad against any of these heroes. I know Earthshaker has some very slow animations outside of the Echo, and you can insta-hex him and interrupt his animations. Kira's a little bit the same. I don't think any of the 5 heroes on the Radiant side want to get fingered. Dragon Knight is the one who will care about it the least, but PA, she does not want to jump in with a Phantom Strike, get fingered by the Lion, hexed up. Not feeling like a good PA game this game. I don't see her having a good game, but you never know with bots. She might get off to a good lane, heroes might play suboptimally. It's hard to know. Pull up the last hit counter. Not that we're getting any of those yet. It looks like we have OD as the Dire offlaner. A little bit of good luck, have fun. It's always good to see nice, friendly sportsmanship from both sides. Support Lion running to lane with a ward. This is good to see. Instant null from the OD. That's cheeky, and I'm there for it. The Venomancer's the mid. See, when I saw these heroes, I expected OD mid, Tidehunter offlane, but we have a 5-position Tidehunter. I mean, they both have Quelling Blades. Maybe they're going to share the farm. Wraithband, Gale, Veno on the mid lane. That's spicy. Let's see what a core Veno can do. Kiro flapping around in the trees, has a couple branches and a Sage's Mask on the courier. EA's gone 1 to double branches. She doesn't have a Quelling Blade. That might cause us some problems last hitting. She only hits for 56. Probably hitting creeps for like 45 after you factor in the armor. Ranked matchmaking, making a move as 3. They might catch the Radiant heroes coming in. I can see a fight's happening on the other side. I'm going to skip to that because it looks like this one might be first blood. Or maybe it's this one. It's this one. And now it's this one for the second. We managed to catch both kills! Excellent casting by your caster. No, I'm just kidding. It was garbage casting. Oh no! We missed the other kill! Oh. Just when I thought I might have been doing a good job, but it's 3-0 for ranked matchmaking. That's effectively a team wipe. Here comes the Shaker. Lands the Fisher, but he's probably dead here. Never mind. The tide's a little bit too slow. Got 3 heroes mid. They run under. Tank a little bit of the tier 1. So that puts you with a gold lead for ranked matchmaking AI before the game even begins. They're putting a ward on the high ground mid and the staircase towards bot. At the moment we have a solo Lion.
Mine.
Veno mid. Oh no, it's not a solo Lion. The OD is there. He was just in the trees. I didn't spy him. And Troll's running back to lane top. Running there alongside the Earthshaker. Hyde, farming up a little bit here. Fisher onto 2. But this lane, this is going to be the spicy one. Sky mid, I'm not sure if they can handle a Venomancer. Venno is one of the tankier heroes that you sometimes see as a little bit of a meme pick mid. But the guy is not squishy. We're sitting here 1 minute into the game, he's got 7 armor and 700 health. Skyrath, 700 health, 0 armor. It's all coming from the tower benefit, I think. It is. And another thing is, Sky isn't going to be able to deal with the wards of the Venomancer. So I'm seeing PA get quite low. He's TPing out, but they might have a way to cancel this. OD hasn't skilled his prison. That's your best skill as an OD. Like, there's no point having the Essence Flux when all you have is the Arcane Orb. But we might see 2nd, 3rd, 4th Blood down here. The OD's 3-0 on his KDA. Rank Matchmaking making short work of Valve's default hardbots. The hardbots not really putting up much of a fight yet. The PA got some good CS, but now she's had to abandon the lane and run base to heal up. Other than that, there's not really anything good happening for them in any of the lanes. Reno spits a gale in a very weird direction. This water rune might save his lane. Oh, he's Tango and water rune. Cheeky, but he's tanking more damage from the creeps than he's going to heal from the Tango. Meanwhile, top lane, we've got a spicy Fisher, but it's not really getting anything done. Dragon Knight and the Earthshaker, 1 CS between them, whilst the Troll has 7 and the Tide has 3. A lot of denies coming out from the Tide, which has kept the Earthshaker at level 1. Going back in on the Jakiro. I mean, bot lane is a kill lane, it looks like. They're diving the tower for it. And Jakiro salves, and that's the end of that.
This should make my life easier.
Yeah, he picks up a bounty rune, but that's not the way that you want to be spending your time here. Ian goes to check the bounty rune, sees it's taken. Denied. Got 10 CS on 2 heroes now. Venomancer, he should get his double-digit CS off of this wave because no one is contesting him. This should be free last hits, and he gets that one. The Die Hero is really pulling away with the economy of this game. We're watching the graph fall further and further towards them for gold. I know, level 4 to Sky's 3 3/4. 1.5 for the Venos. He's getting far and far ahead on the CS. Watching the Lion get gone on. Barely caught the end of that.
Once again. Out of the veil.
EA and Jakiro finding a way back into the game through Violent. Now it's the OD. All breathed up. He's slowed and he's taking damage. The Jakiro puts the Ice Path on him. I would have liked to see him use the Liquid Fire. Opted not to. There shouldn't be any kills top. All of the 4 heroes are so fat and tanky and tough to kill. Like, you go on the Earthshake, he just fishes and runs away. Go on the Dragon Knight, he's got like 6 armor, he's regenning 7 a second. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Ice Path, double Dual Breath on them all. Lion's low, PA jumps in. There's the Earth Spike, OD. The Tomato might finish it, no, the OD gets the right click, but Lion dies on the top side.
Dire's bottom tower.
That's not the fight recap, because it was a 1-for-1. Non-stop violence in the bottom lane, but this is benefiting the OD most. He's the one not dying. 4-0. He's getting all of the gold. If we just take a look at net worth, Die Heroes are starting to run away with this game, and we're only 5 minutes in. But as we're seeing, they're the only heroes truly farming this game. EA's getting some CS, but not enough to consider her a farming hero right now. This is that due to the deny. Oof. They're going in on the Tide, but Kraken Shell, Anchor Smash, he's not going to die. Bottom lane, that's where the kills are going to happen. You've got 4 squishy heroes and everyone has disables. Here comes the Earth Spike after the prison from OD. They just use it to CS. Just get the Jakiro half, make him use his Tango. The 7 wand charges, that would put him back up quite significantly. Let's take a look at mid. Benno and Sky, both running for the 6-minute rune. Neither of them commit though. Shaker's mid now, which means Dragon Knight's alone, which is great for the Dragon Knight so long as he doesn't tank the tier 1 tower to the point of death. Troll not quite going to be able to catch him. That does force him to take the long walk of shame back to base. We've got a right-click trade here. Lion frozen up, Dual Breath's on him. He's definitely dead here. Liquefy, he's going to burn down. Kira gets the kill, a little bit unfortunate there. You want that on the PA if possible, to make up for this lack of farm. PA TPing top.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He's like, listen, bot lane is not working for me. Let's see what I can do top. Instantly, both spells used on the PA, they're like, listen, you think you don't want to be bot? You definitely don't want to be top. Because we can't kill a Shaker, we can't kill a Dragonite, but we will try and kill you. Sky's now top as well. See what they can do. Concussive shot onto the Troll. He's about a half health. He's getting nuked down. The Ice Path off the mark! That last little dancing bolt will finish him off. Tide. Kraken Shell means that he's very tanky. Anchor Smash onto the Shaker. Oh, he turns. That's not what you want to do. Stop turning. If you stop turning and run, you're going to be okay. They're diving the tier 1. Ice Path off the mark again. Diving the tier 1. In comes the Troll. Fisher. Just one more click. Tide's dead. Troll. Thinking about getting the Jakiro. Jakiro's also tanking the creep wave. Now OD's here. Puts him in the prison.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he's trapped. So that's a 1-for-1 there. Good job on OD for getting the counter kill. Veno puts the Gale onto the Shaker. He doesn't have any points in wards, so he can't actually chase this. 0 points in wards and 2 points in Poison Sting is not the choice. Radiant Heroes under the tier 1. Skyrath's just going to die to the tower mixed in with a little bit of an Anchor Smash. It's a bit of a massacre top. These two teams relatively evenly matched on the fighting. It's the farming where ranked matchmaking is pulling ahead. 3 heroes with about 25 CS compared to Radiant where PA's got 9 and she's had 9 since about 3 minutes. This PA's just not farming. She's level 3 and the Tide's running in on her. Fisher makes enough space to run away, but where's your game? Dragon Knight trying to TP away. He's going to be okay. He's tanking up to survive. Meanwhile, Jakiro looking for the solo kill on the Lion. There's a lot of action going on here. Hexes the Jakiro up, making time and space for OD to come in. Dual Breath off the mark, and that might be the death of the not the OD, the Jakiro rather. Jakiro's running towards the enemy tier 1. That's not going to get you anywhere, and he is dead. Meanwhile, Earthshaker dies in the river. I can only catch so much of the action. Irath gets the bounty rune, but he also tanks a 200 damage right click from the OD. D chasing. Can cancel this. Cancels it. Skyrath, he's looking rough. If OD had put a point in his ult, I think that's an easy kill for him. Doesn't quite get there in the end. Bad skill build, costing him a kill. Veno also with a pretty bad skill build, to be honest. Poison Sting max? No, I don't feel that. Dragonite and Tide will trade farm. Neither hero can do anything to the other hero, to be honest. They're both just too tanky. Dragonite regenerating at 8 a second. Tide only hits for 80. Tide ignoring the first 15 damage of any source, meaning that Dragonite only hits for 60 and he's regenerating at 7 a second. It's a very even situation there. Troll might shift things up.
Illusion.
Doesn't. Hero having a roam. Him and Earthshaker are both here, but what are they looking for? EP top. Fisher onto the Tide Hunter. Flame Breath onto them both. That was perfectly threaded through the needle. Now the fight's going off. PA jumps in. They're all on the Tide, and the Magic Burst is coming in. But this whole time, Troll's building up further stacks. He kills the Earthshaker. PA soon to fall next. Skyrath's Mystic Flare. Ooh, the ult from the Troll. Is he gonna live? He just barely after he wants. Veno cleaning up the rest. It's a triple kill for Veno, and Troll doesn't even die. That fight recap's gonna look very sketchy for the Radiant side. 3v4. 4 Radiant heroes die. I think it was just the one death, the Tide, who got absolutely ravaged. pieces. There it is. 1,000 gold swing, all in the pockets of Venno, basically. Have a look at some of this net
Radiant's
worth.
top tower is under
Venno,
attack.
oof, that's one big boy. Your support Jakiro has the most farm on the Radiant side. We've seen this in a couple of matches now. They're going in on the Tide, but I don't know if this is going to work for you. Anchor Smash is putting the PA low. I mean, they are chipping him down bit by bit. He might feel the need to ravage, and he does. But they are going to keep chasing. Ice Path's available. Trolls here. That's the cue for Jakiro to start running for his life. Earthshaker galed up. I wish this Venno had some points in the Plague Wards, because you stick a Plague Ward like here, and that will ruin this Earthshaker's day. Earthshaker's actually very close to death. He only had 20 points left. If there was a Plague Ward, Shaker would have died, because it would have refreshed the Poison Sting and hit him for however much the wards hit for, about 10 something. Skywrath with a double damage, positioned very aggressively on the side of the default hard bots. Just doesn't really have any items.
Radiant's
Arcanes and
middle
a
tower
null.
is under attack.
That's not really going to carry you through this game. Meanwhile, on the other side, we've got double Wraithband on the Troll, double Wraithband on the Venno. Right, looks like it's brewing top. PA blinks in, she jumps onto the Tide, but she doesn't really hit him for any damage. Dragon Knight might want to turn and stun the other of the two heroes here that they're going in on, but they do find a way to catch up to the Tide. That Anchor Smash, though. Tide falls. Troll under the Mystic Flare, he's dead too. Oh, OD with a big ult. Earthshaker falls. Earth Spike kills the other of the two heroes. Dragon Knight down now too, and the rest have to run. 2 for 2 trade. When you're this far behind, it does favour the Radiant side. They got a lot of gold on their Skywrath. Now Radiant choosing to push mid. Dire thinking about pushing top. We have two heroes running towards mid. First point on the
Dire's
Plague
middle
Wards.
tower is under attack.
Excited to see them start working. Kiro, if he puts the liquid fire on the tower, will push it extremely fast. Getting a little bit scared. Veil onto both of them. Gale misses
Radiant's
them.
top tower is under attack.
Macropire, they're running into it. They're tanking the Macropire. Ooh, the Ice Path off the mark again. I don't know if Jakiro's hit a single one. Venno still bleeding to death. Misses a Gale. This is some sloppy spellcasting on both sides of the river. Ooh, Skywrath slowed up. He's surrounded by 5. Tries to TP out. The Ravage is popped. I don't know if that was needed.
Your downfall.
Fisher clubs the Venno. Puts him to sub like 15%. Tide Hunter, he's tanking the tower. He knows how tough he is. Ice Path, it can't miss when you're this far ahead. Under the tier 1, the Lion about to start tanking the tier 2. He's just dead to towers. This chase, not very well advised. If the Earthshaker turns and fishes them, that's dead Tide as well. Tide might die anyway.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Barely survives. Venno Wards pushing the tier 1. PA's on the side, might find this Tide Hunter. That's a free kill. Ooh, she gets prisoned up. 1 huge right click from the OD, 2 huge right clicks from the OD. She's running, she can't decide where to go. She's dead. She could have killed that Tide and got out. Instead, she just feeds.
Bounty.
PA not having a good game. Macropire down across the river. Very spicy. If you Macropire the river, it shouldn't work. I mean, that is objectively a river. Venno burns out. 8 times kill streak into the pockets of Jakiro. Jakiro now feeling the momentum. Jewel Breast the Troll under the Solar Flare. He's dead too. Lion gets an Earth Spike onto 2. He's low, but he's out of range now. Skywrath using his little concussive shot and Solar Flare on Catapult. Fisher. OD ults, but it doesn't really do anything. The right clicks are out. Tide might be finished here. He is. Right click kills the Earthshaker. That didn't miss uphill. Very lucky. Dragon Lance on the OD. He wants to be able to right click from downtown. Other new items got Veil from the Veno. We saw that earlier get used. Other than that, there's no real items that have been finished, just some boots upgrades. And look at the graph. Story of this game.
Dire's top
Hardbot's
tower
having a little
is
bit of a
under
comeback,
attack.
but not a real comeback. Jakiro farming up mid. He is the highest net worth on the Radiant side by 1,000 gold. All 3
Dire's
cores
top tower is under attack.
failing to farm. Ooh, Macro fires the troll during his TP, so he's going to turn up burning.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
What tower? Split pushed by the PA. There's a Sea Dragon here as well. I would have loved to see Tide anchor smash that creep wave to death. Yeah, TP's out. They don't really have a way to cancel it unless they pop the Ravage. You thought about it. Solar Flare on the OD. He's dead too. Catching a lot of the action in this one. Earth Spike on the Earth Shaker. Troll trying to build up further stacks, but he's attacking at range, in melee range. Lion dies in the meantime. Troll switches targets, so he loses his further stacks. And then he gets bursted! Troll, low as he can get. Veno in with a huge Nova. It's on all 3. If they're poisoned, they will die. And they do. Triple kill for the Veno. Cleans up that fight. Was about to be huge for the Radiant side. I mean, it's still a 300 gold benefit for them, even with Jakiro buying back. That was not needed. I mean, your respawn time is about 23 seconds. Just wait it out. You did not need to spend... buyback cost 600 gold. Didn't need to spend it. He's walking around with 2.5k of unspent gold, and these are the default bots not spending their gold. Maybe he's rushing the Scythe. Macro Pyre onto the Troll. They're chasing the PA, but whilst they do so, they burn to death. PA mans up a little bit. Troll ults, forced up onto the high ground. In he comes, Solar Flare. It's the bloody Skywrath that forced him onto the high ground. Looked a little bit dangerous there. Dragon Knight died. Over here. I can't catch everything. Sorry, guys. Veno putting this game on his back so far, though. The man is 16-1 in terms of kills, deaths, and assists.
Radiant's bottom
Double
tower
damage
is under
Tide,
attack.
pushing the tower away, clubs it for a good 100 damage of thwack. DD expires, so does his will to push the lane. 5 Radiant heroes are here. He needs to run for his life. An overcommitment on the Radiant side. Sure, you've defended a tier 1, but now what? They're thinking of pushing the remaining tier 1, but ranked matchmaking is way ahead of them on the curve. Veno's putting down ward. Veno? Ooh, the Echo Slam on nothing. Solar Flare kills off the Veno almost, but it's just a 5-man wipe. Radiant side cleaned up. You can't group that closely. And most of their spells got completely whiffed. Sure, you picked off the Veno and the Solar Flare. Got to breathe fire onto 3 or 4, but that's like the end of it, really. Meanwhile, OD lands the hammer of his lifetime. Lion
Radiant's
fingers are
bottom
full.
tower
The Poison
is under
Nova starts
attack.
ticking people down, and
Radiant structures are fortified.
clean up 2k swing. Not quite actually. It's more of a 1200 swing for the Dire side. They don't manage to get the tower though. Fisher clubs the Troll. Direwrath sending an arcane bolt towards the creeps. Dragon Knight comes in. He's happy to frontline. His armlet's on. Breathe fire onto 3. Troll, he's in deep during the ult, but he's silenced and he's stunned. Mystic Flare and the Tomato Man. He's dead too. Troll, he's flying around. Both Dire heroes just looking to run away, but that TP's optimistic and he's dead. Troll, chased by a creep wave. They have vision of him because of that. EA, optimistic jump in from her. Tomato gives her the clap. Oop, stun on the Dragon Knight. And it's a double kill there. 3 dead for the Dire side. They didn't put Troll in the recap for some reason, but good 1k swing. This game's been really close. Always seems to be ranked matchmaking
Radiant's middle
favoured,
tower is
but
under attack.
default hardbots are having some excellent moments
This
here.
should make my life easier.
money changes.
Keep forgetting the Tide is the 5 position. 4 or 5 position, he's doing well, but he should have been the 3. He really should have been the 3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Iron has Blink. Catapult is going to finish off this tower.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
All of your Radiant TPs a little bit wasted because there's nothing to do up here. There's no tier 1. You're probably not going to be able to push the tier 2. So what is your purpose up here? And their answer is to leave. No one picking up a single neutral item yet. Dire side keeping these 3 wards topped. They have good vision of their own side of the map, but they have no aggressive vision on the opposing side of the map, which is unfortunate because they're trying to make these aggressive plays. Macropire kills off the creep wave. OD Prison Sworn in. Here comes the Mystic Flare, but it's a Ravage. Iron dies before he can get his finger off. OD stunned. He dies as well. And 4 versus 3. Where did the PA die? In the jungle. PA not caught in the recap. I think the troll must have just ran up, defused her and cut her down, or something along that line. Benno hasn't used his Gale. Troll hasn't used his big battle trance. 4 Radiant heroes hunting this troll right now. They're trying to make the plays.
Tower is under attack.
Troll is really deep.
Fortified.
Link in from the Shaker, stunned, silenced, and absolutely executed. PA turns up a little bit after the fight's finished. Another 500 goldsmith, which puts the economy graph in the favour of the Radiant side for the first time this game. All at a comeback, but here's the AoEs. They're having flashbacks of last time they did this, forcing the Benno out of position. Dragonite pushes him off with the Breathe Fire. Tide Hunter running in. Doesn't have Ravage though, so he's dead. Skywrath ticking down to the poison, he runs away, but Lion dies in the meantime. Oh, the Ice Path just on the edge of its reach. The double kill for Dragon Knight, 5-man wipe, and a tower.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
First time in the game that the graph went on the Radiant side, and oh boy is it going all the way to the Radiant side. This is an excellent game we've got on our hands here. Give me that recap, give me a recap, give me a recap, please.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let me see the recap.
Double damage.
I swear this game just fucks with me sometimes. The fight ended like a minute ago. Here we go. Skywrath dies. Huge profit for Shaker, Chikira, Dragon Knight. 2k gold swing. It was a 5-man wipe, I believe. Finger is down. Benno. Gale's onto 3. The 1-for-1 so far. Dragon Knight's tanking the tier 2 with his armor on. That's not going to work out. Jakiro's slowed. He's poisoned up. Double slowed now. Macropire, they're walking through it. This Macropire might clean up some people if they don't respect where it is. Troll has to pop his ult because he's scared of the Macropire's damage. I think that could have been avoided if he'd just left the Macropire earlier. Skywrath's coming in. He wants to solo the Troll. You've got the Mystic Flare, just use it, see what happens, you may as well. Oh, he's in prison here and there at the same time. Skywrath came, did a bit of shopping, and then dead his life. He could have easily killed that troll, I think.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And now you've got the counter throw. 2k swing back towards ranked matchmaking. As they get a bit overzealous pushing that tower. PA is in. Further stacks are building. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's hitting hard, he's hitting fast. Solo kill, carry on carry action. Now we've got 4 Dire heroes. Spotted out the Dragonite, his armor's on, but he doesn't have dragon form. He also doesn't have that much backup. Dual breath onto the Echo on nobody, then he blinks in. Enchant Totem, it doesn't matter that much, they're cleaning it up anyway, despite the Earthshaker's huge fuck up. Catastrophic use of the Echo. I don't know if he got hit by a ward or something, but that is the worst Echo usage I have ever seen. Iron pushing out mid. They really needed him bottom. He could have hexed somebody during that, fingered somebody during that. That could have been a good time, and Your Radiant heroes are right back in the action now. We've got the swings and the counter swings of this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They're pushing the bot tier 2
Dire's
again.
bottom tower is under
Right
attack.
here with the Ravage. Lions here. Force staff themselves forward. Mystic Flare kills the Lion before he can use a spell. You've Ravaged, but on who?
Dire's bottom tower
It hits
is
3,
under
but no
attack.
one's here for the follow-up. OD's now stunned. The tower's the only one doing damage. Everyone else is dying. Benno jumps in. Gale on 2, but he's now stuck out of position. Dragon ticks down to the poison. We might have a couple more poison tickers here as well. Tidehunter spits. Benno kills them off from beyond the grave as they are poisoned. 3 for 3. Just barely favoured the dire side. I think you're happy to get that on the Venno. Not sure if you're happy about it on the Jakiro, but he's got Scythe of Vice now.
This should make my life
That's what he was
easier.
holding that 2,600 gold for. I alluded to it earlier. Maybe he's buying a Scythe, and yeah, he just goes straight for the Scythe. EA yet to finish her first item. Doesn't have a BKB. Lowest net worth hero on the entire Radiant side. Second worst in the game. Shakira says, look at me, I'm the carry now. Where is Jakiro? It's in the fountain. Okay. Dragonite finishes his BKB. That is huge. That is a big upgrade to the team fight of the Radiant side because... oh boy, does Dire have lots of stuff that BKB can't... that BKB can block. Skywrath forces himself forward. Mystic Flare onto the Tidehunter. He's getting low, but how low? Ooh, there's the Shaker. He does a real slam. That finishes off the OD. Troll, he wants to man up. He has his ult for whenever he wants to click it, but he's stunned. Here comes the Troll ult. Trading hits. Huge Dragonite stun. This is like 4 seconds long. The rest of his ult's gone. And he can't finish off even the PA. Lowest hero in the game on the opposing side. Can't finish that off. Huge fight for the Radiant side. Another 1,500 gold in their favour. They're beginning to pull away with this game. Benno sticking up some wards to defend. Excellent angle of that Venomous Gale, but now he's out of position. Huge on the fucking, what's it called? Poison Nova. Vega dies. Ticks down to the poison. The other heroes are ticking lower and lower to the poison, but they're not low enough. Dragon Knight happy to regen up at 30 a second. Hero needs to go base, getting quite low, but not too low. EA struggling to find any farm. Her BKB's finished, but it's not going to be enough. Hurricane Pike on the Venno, Mech on the Tidehunter, Sonjin Yasha Diffusal Blade for the Troll. I'd love to see a BKB from him. And your Outworld Destroyer hasn't actually built really anything since the Dragonlance. Sure, he's built a Witchblade, but it's been 20 minutes. Lion, Ghost Scepter, looking to avoid some of these attacks. Radiant side, pushing in. Who's got the better initiation? So far, it's the Lion. BKB's not going to help you when you're already that low. Awful first BKB usage from the Dragon Knight. Second BKB usage, sorry. Skywrath overstaying his welcome. They could jump in here. Lion has a blink. They put him in prison. Stun waiting for him. There's the Earth Spike. And Ravage. Ravage on 1, not really needed. Bit of a waste of one of their best teamfight abilities. Now they're jumping with Tidehunter, but that man is tanky. He hasn't used his mech yet, so he's still at full health if he wants to be.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It does a anchor smash, and neither of these heroes hit him for any damage right now. Reducing their damage
Radiant's
by,
bottom tower
what is it,
fallen.
80%? So Shaker's hitting for 20. That doesn't get through the Kraken Shell. They're very slowly bleeding him down. Oop, someone's accidentally found a broom handle. It's tied, so it's more armor for him. Earth Spike from the Lion, but he's dying to the Macro Fire. Venno, Poison Nova's nobody. Troll feels the need to ult.
only antidote.
Hey, quite a sloppy fight from both sides there. 2 for 1. Favours the Radiant. Now this is the sign of a lovely close game. They are alternating top net worths. Venno from the Dire, then the Radiance Jakiro, Dire, Radiant, Dire, 2 Radiants, Dire, Radiant. A lovely close game, back and forth the whole time, throws, counter throws, the whole shebang. And it's been violent. We've had 85 kills in 30 minutes. Dragon Knight transforms, armlets on, PA jumps in, silence on the troll, Mystic Flare, he's dead, OD's here, he's put someone in prison. That's not going to achieve too much. Now the OD's dead too, Venno's the only one left. Venno, he's going to finish off this Earthshaker due to the poison, but his life is forfeit too.
Think of it as a new beginning.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Default hardbots beginning to run away with this game. That fight recap. For the first, what, 17 minutes, 15 minutes? They weren't on the board. The game was at no point in their favour, and now, all about them. Sorry, I thought we had a fight mid. That's another 1,000 gold swing towards the Radiant off of that fight. 2 for 3. Lion yet to really use his blink cleanly. He's got a haste stream. I don't know where he's running. He's got 1 finger kill. Tide looking to solo defend this. If his plan is to do a bit of solo defense, I'd love to see him pick up. Never mind, huge fights going off. BKB from the Dragon Knight. The other guy's in prison, so the Ravage isn't really worth clicking right now. Finger onto the Jakiro. There's the Ravage. BKB's expired. Huge stun. Further stacks and cleaned up. Excellent work for the Tide. Holding on to that Ravage. Someone's in prison, someone's BKB. Just wait. Just chill out and wait. If Tide does want to be a D-pusher, I'd love to see him pick up the Aghanim's Gush, where you can sort of throw the Gush in a line. Because that decimates creep waves.
Money changes.
Radiant's top tower is under
Tide,
attack.
he's about to run into Sky, who could kill him here. And yeah, that's a clean and easy solo kill. No ATOS required. Tide's already too slow with a concussive shot. Both teams have such amazing teamfight abilities. Ravage, OD Slam, a little bit of finger here, Poison Nova. Gyrath's, his Nova, what's it called? Mystic Flare. Earthshaker's Echo, Jakiro with all of his things. Don't know what any of his stuff's called. Macropire, Jewel Breath, Ice Path. All of them are big teamfight fighting things. Even Dragon Knight. You Dragon Form up, you blink in, you stun someone, you throw out some Breathe Fire.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Roll, looking to build up some further stacks. The Ice Path off the mark again. Baker could stun him. Mystic Flare, and he's dead. Looks like the ATOS is finished now.
Good may begin.
What else is new? We've got an Ags on the Earthshaker. Oh boy. That's dangerous. Can't wait to see him hopping around. Venno taking some Ancients. Has himself a Philosopher's Stone, but that's not what you want if you're the right click mid. They jump onto him and he's just popped. Macropire down. It's hitting on both of them. OD drops the hammer, but they're also tanky. Earthspike on 3. Tier 2 tower's doing a bit of damage, but the Ice Path stops the Lion and it's a 5-man wipe. And the only thing it cost them, Earthshaker.
Has fallen.
Default hardbots beginning to run away with this game completely. There's a gem on the deck. Both sides have accidentally picked up 1 neutral. They stun the troll. Surely he's not going to die here. He gets hexed by the Jakiro, so his ult's a complete waste. But now he runs in. Further stacks building. Life-stealing building. Stunned by the Dragon Knight. Picks up the gem. He wants to run away. Surely Dragon Knight can't chase onto the high ground. He wants to. Under the tier 3.
Dire's middle tower
He's just
is under
pushing.
attack.
He knows that he's regenning at 30 a second, and the tower's hitting for about 100 a second. He's fine. Wants to really get rid of this tower. Especially while the siege creeps are hitting it. This is a great little push by the Dragon Knight.
Dire's middle tower
4
has
heroes are
fallen.
dead, he has nothing to fear. I would have
Dire's
liked to see
middle
him
barracks are under
push that a
attack.
little bit further. I don't think it's until the Lion respawns that Dragon Knight has anything to worry about. He could have got this range Drax. This range ranks may fall anyway, don't get me wrong. They're focusing the siege creeps last, which means
Dire's top tower is
about
under
2
attack.
seconds. Bro, range ranks died anyway.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Dragon Knight did the math. 10k gold lead for the Radiant side. They're about to bump into the Lion. Sorry, excuse me.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Didn't realise the toll that casting for 5 days straight would have on my
Dire's top
voice.
tower has been denied.
Orchid used. He's right clicking down. A PA hits so hard. Finger on the Jakira does absolutely nothing. BK bead. The PA is safe. X. Stun. I don't think the Jakira has a way to chase. They put him in the protective shield. And they clean up the Jakiro. 115 seconds he's down for. Dragon Knight going in on the Tide, but the Tide's sort of just baiting them. Nova not really on anybody because the Dragon Knight's BK bead. Here comes the Ravage and it's 5v3, 5v1 in the enemy jungle. Cleaned up. They can take back their outpost. So what was an 11,000 gold lead drops to a 7,000 gold lead in the space of one huge fight. Ranked matchmaking hits the Roche. They could have took that Roche. Troll Warlord level 23, 40 minutes in. He can easily Roche that. Troll's working on his BKB, which is a game-changing item because at the minute he's so prone to a casual 4-staff, puts him out of decision into the solar flare of Skywrath Mage. Everything Earthshaker does, all of the stuns, just a Dragon Tail every now and then. We saw earlier he Battle Trance got Dragon Tailed and that was a waste of his entire Trance.
Dire's bottom tower
Trance lasts
is under
6.5
attack.
seconds, Dragon Tail
Radiant's
lasts
middle
3.
tower is under attack.
It's a rough one. Pushing mid. Would love to see him just man up on the tower, get enough further stacks to just cut it to pieces, and now he is. Easily pushed.
Radiant's middle
You can
tower
keep going.
has fallen.
You do not have to fear anything. There's a
Radiant's
double damage
middle tower
Skywrath coming
is
in.
under attack.
Maybe they need to fear that. Veil. Gale. EA jumps to the Sky. Sky's getting right-clicked though. Ooh, cheeky little 4-staff right into the base. That was a slick little play. EA jumps in, but now she doesn't have a way to jump out. Ooh, she does. Earthshaker provides the safety. Shaker with the Fisher. Should really just slam this if that's what he wants to do, because this Troll's building up further by the second and he dies without
Radiant's
using it.
middle tower is under attack.
EA dying to the various different poison stings, runs back in, gets hit a few more times. Oh my god, we've got another fight going on here. Barely caught the tail end of it. It's less of a fight and more of 5 heroes descending on 2. Ranked
Radiant's
matchmaking
top
has
tower is under
absolutely obliterated the entire lead. Troll, he's using his ult, but he's in the macro fire, he's gonna die. So is the Venno, it looks like.
Radiant's top tower.
Skywrath jumps in, ends his life, but now he's hexed up by the Lion. Huge right clicks from the OD and he's dead too. Casual feed from the Troll and the Venno. Completely no reason for them to die there, but they died anyway. Fight still seems to favour the
Radiant's top
Dire,
tower
even
is under
with
attack.
the massive feeds.
This should make my life easier.
This guy had a Meteor Hammer, this push should be going a much, much better. But he'll settle for just hitting it from the low ground. It looks like this tower is not going to fall. There's not enough creeps really to keep tanking everything. Lion just trying to clear the waves that they can get in, hit the buildings. Blinks out, comes to the realization that, oh shit, we need the next wave at the very least.
Illusion.
Ooh. Break in the action. Tide has built what he thinks is a Vlad's, but it hasn't been a Vlad's for a while. Lion and OD still trying to push top, but they're getting descended on now. Kira's respawned, he could join in. Earthshaker jumps in, instant hex! OD, he's trying to man up without his BKB on. He's struggling. I'd love to see him right-click this Earthshaker down because I think he could do it. Lion, Magic Immune for now. Then he dies.
With me.
He's the one that pays for OD's crimes. Huge wave bot, and it's got double wagons. This could easily be a high ground push worth. Like, how often do you see, what is that, 2, 4, 6, 7 ranged creeps? That's juicy. Benno put some wards down to tank the tower shots, that'd be good as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Got a TP, but it's going to be way too late to save this tower. Venom scale off the mark. He's got Ags and Shard. They jump in, get a bit of a bash on him. BKB from the PA, so she can jump further. She doesn't really give a shit about Venno during BKB. Troll uses his BKB. It's his first big use that I've seen. Apparently used it 3 times before. They keep missing the PA, eventually get it. One guy's in a prison, let him out. It's the Dragon Knight, but where's he planning to go? He's just dragging them away from his base. In comes the slow, puts him in prison. This should be an easy cleanup. Kiro taking the outpost, but they can see that. Tide gets the bounty, and he gets stunned. Ice Path, Vicious, Solar Flare, Paytos. All of it's used on the Tide. He's still alive for now, but this last little Guardian, bonk, and he's dead.
I use my powers wisely. Take that as you will.
Dire side, trying to de-push top. I said, well, how often do you see 7 ranged creeps? And there are 6 ranged creeps in the top lane. Soon to be 7, 8. Meanwhile, Radiant wants to death ball mid. There's a mid Rax there that they haven't claimed yet. Oh my god, look at that comeback. Oof. In the base.
Are under attack.
Creep wave decimated. Barracks falling. None of the Dire heroes look keen on going back to base, which is not the right call here.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Especially when the hard bots want to throne.
Dire's middle tower
Now you need to come back and defend, because they could throne this if nothing comes to stop them. They're a bit hesitant now. They got half of the first tower, instantly wiped that creep wave. And now they're looking at the rest of these tier 4s.
Dire's middle tower
Benno hesitant in the base. He keeps buying and putting down the gem. I think that's tricking him almost.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The gem seems to have Venno bricked. Glyph is used, cleans up the creep wave. Unless the Radiant is triggered to retreat by some kind of bot logic because they're scared of getting Rax top, I believe they should just really be ending this game right now. The little building is cleared out by the creep.
Dire's middle tower is under
Ooh, we got Tidehunter jumping in, tanking it. Ravages, clears the creep wave at the very least. Everyone's tanking the tier 4s, which do quite a lot of damage. It's like 150 apiece. Fisher, it doesn't matter. The Tide's still full
Radiant's
health.
top tower is under attack.
Tide, he can blink in and smash one more time. 1, 2 right clicks, he's got it. Double kill. Meanwhile, in the Radiant base, you've got an OD slam, you've got the Dragon Knight, he's in deep, but the further stacks are on him, he's going to get right click down. A couple more axe tosses, he's dead. But the OD's stuck in a macroplier. Ooh, no, 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 that's not the ult you want, Troll, you're inside the macroplier, your lifesteal's not going to work, so you keep missing the PA. He needs a Monkey King bar, but I don't know if he's going to buy it. 85% evasion during the blur. Oof.
Bounty!
Oof, that's so much evasion. It's not always been like that, right? When it was a passive, I feel like it was something like 25, 45, something along those lines. Maybe even 55% at most. I do not remember it being an 85% evasion during blur.
Money changes hands.
Wow. Tide and Venno want to push mid. Can understand why. They've been Raxed mid, so they want to get that Rax back so the momentum isn't always pushing against them. Radiant wants to take another Rax top. Tower is flawless. Mid tower a little bit damaged.
Radiant's
Double
middle
catapults.
tower is under attack.
Larger number of TPs, but they can get there at different times. They've hexed the PA. They've got the Poison Nova on her. They're sucking her mana away. They finger her. She's so low, and she will eventually tick down. Jakiro next on the list of targets. Earth Spike, hammer him down, and now it's just the Earthshaker. He's all that left. He hasn't used his Echo Slam yet. Oh my god, it's a double kill. The Jakiro Macropire is adding up over time. The whole team's dead. They just stayed in the Macropire. They never left the Macropire. Oh, on that fight recap, I want to see how much damage the Jakiro dealt.
Dire's
Oh,
bottom
the
tower
throws,
is
the
under
counter
attack.
throws.
Dire's bottom
Beautiful.
tower has fallen.
Bot tier 2 dies to wagon creeps. That shouldn't be happening when you've got 2 heroes defending the base. Looks like they're not even going to try and clean up these wagon creeps either. Kiro dealt 10,000 damage and he was one of the first to die. No one else got anything done in that fight. Wow. Macropire carrying the game. Jakiro has a decent win rate in this tournament, I believe, and could just be down to the fact that bots do not they just don't respect the Macropire. Double Wagon is hitting in on the bot tier 3.
Dire's bottom tower
And
is
the
under
bot tier
attack.
3, it's going to start hitting one of the wagons, but then it has to change to the creeps, which means the wagons, they get to keep hitting the tower, and eventually this tower is going to just die to creep. Radiant, they're deathballing mid. They want to take the throne. They're not worried about bot racks. And
Dire's bottom
Troll
tower
and
is
OD
under
don't
attack.
come back to the base. This is GG, I think. Troll doing a little dance.
Dire's
One
middle
tower's
tower
fallen.
has fallen.
Here comes the second.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Benno looks like he wants to hold it. Summon some wards thanks to his little Ag
Dire's
Shard.
middle
Veil
tower
onto
has
3. Nova onto 2. Solar Flare shared between them. BKB Venom, he doesn't take any damage from the Solar Flare, and it looks like, with a finger, that's 2 kills. Dragon Knight mans up his BKB, but his 1v4, can he carry the whole world on his shoulders? He's put into prison. Outside of the prison, he gets Earth Spiked and burst down. Ranked Matchmaking hold the throne. And they get the lead on their side now with a 4.5k gold swing. The Graph will now swing down towards Dire side. What a game. What a game. Throws, the counter throws. I feel like this might be the best game of this. Macropire, they don't respect it. They never have and they never will. They can kill the Jakiro, but are they going to stay in the Macropire? Benno, he's running, he's burning, he's dead. OD, he gets a little bit too close to the macro, but doesn't stay in it this time. That
Dire's
Macropire
courier has been
accepted,
killed.
doing some work. These 3 heroes are a little bit bricked here mid, waiting for the creep wave. Lion runs off to take the outpost. Buyback from Venno. DP's to the outpost. They want a death ball mid. And to be fair to them, Giro doesn't have buyback. There will be a couple heroes respawning, but PA has shown her hand top. We're looking at a base race. We're
Dire's
looking
top
at 4
tower
heroes
is
in the
under
mid.
attack.
PA, she's looking like she's taking racks here. Leaving it to the job of the creeps.
Dire's top tower is
I
under
don't think
attack.
that'll work actually. I think the creeps are going to get cleaned up. Yeah, PA has to come back, hit some stuff a little bit more. Ian, he's back. Long distance Earthspike forces her in, but then she BKBs and blinks out. Now she's on the run here, but we're going to look at the other fight. Troll Warlord BKB'd up, he's hitting... the Dragon Knight's a little bit too tanky. Now he's chasing Skywrath into the base. Ranking the tier 4s.
Don't tell me. I'm
Lion
a sight for sore eyes.
and OD, with the help of Tide, pick off PA, who buys back. Troll fighting the Dragon Knight, cuts him down.
Radiant's middle tower
Now he
is
starts
under
cutting down the
attack.
buildings. PA jumps in. You're missing 85% of the attacks, sir. Evade, 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 evade. None of it's working. Ice Path, Mystic Flare, and the Troll's bursted down. If he had an MKB, I think that would have been a massacre. Unfortunately, he brought a Butterfly, which does not help him at all. The only thing that's killing the Troll this game is magic damage. The BKB helps, but when he's already popped it, doesn't help that much. They find an aesthetics cap for the PA. That is huge. Where did she find that? Is she using it? Is somebody using it? I hope somebody uses it, because that's a big item. Kiro currently with a broom handle. Spider legs on the sky. They're running at the throne, and this time, this might just be the end. Troll's dead, the other 4 heroes not in the neighborhood. Benno has TP, Pride has TP, OD has TP, Lion has TP. They're all available to TP if they want, but none of them have the code to protect the Ancient in a game called Defense of the Ancients. That's what costs them the win in the end. I'm quite happy with that game, actually. That's one of the best. One of the best that I've cast in this tournament so far. It went on for a long time, 52 minutes, don't get me wrong, but that game of 52 minutes, excellent. The other game that was like 67 minutes between Extreme Push and Ultimate AI, that was not worth it. That did not deserve any time. This one, good from start to finish. Had throws, counter throws, excellent team fights, bad team fights, sloppy pickoffs, excellent pickoffs. And I don't think anyone had an awful game. There was no hero in the game that I'm pointing at and I'm going, why the fuck do you exist? I'm going to give the MVP to Chikiro. The man got a 5-man wipe where he dealt 10,000 hero damage. Has to be him for the MVP. On the other side, Venno had my doubts. I wasn't sure if he was going to take over this game, and the man was involved in just one short of 50 kills in a 50-minute game. Having a look at some of the item builds, some of the neutral pickups. The last hitting, not the worst I've ever seen. Hero damage, Jakiro, 70,000 damage on that Jakiro. Wow. Support side of things, the ranked matchmaking had scripts to put down observer wards, but it didn't help them in the end. They still lost. Graph-wise, beautiful game. Ranked matchmaking clearly won the laning stage. They had much better farm, 20 to 25 CS when Radiant had like 7 or 8 on all of their heroes. Big fights through the mid game, pushes, excellent team fights, and then a huge throw. Start push, huge throw. And then this is where the default hardbots took over and they said, alright, you've thrown it, this is our game now, and they kept building their advantage, and then a counter throw! And rank matchmaking absolutely demolishes this lead. You can see it on the XP the most. The gold never actually fully left their favour, but did down here after another huge wipe. And then at the end, the hardbots were the only team willing to truly commit to an ancient push. They foreshadowed it the whole way. The Dragon Knight started it off when he just manned up when a couple heroes were dead and took a rack all by himself, and cracking the base like that opens the door to these kinds of ancient pushes. Rank matchmaking, they never got through to the base. They never managed to kill a rack, so they never had that option available to them. They needed to play a bit more defensive. As we can see, laning stage, the Dire heroes dominated. And you've sort of got this little bit of comeback where Jakiro gets like a big team fight, and Jakiro ends up on top whilst the PA is nowhere to be found. Jakiro starts scaling, the Dragon Knight gets a bit of a comeback, the Radiant starts getting its entire comeback, then you start getting a bit of the throw, and all of a sudden you have Dire heroes all over the top 5, and that's when default hardbots just put their foot on the accelerator and say, listen, we're just going to take the Ancient, come respond if you dare, and they didn't respond fast enough, and for that they lost, but this bodes well for the group. We've had 2 amazing games in this start of the group stage. I'm excited to see the teams play against each other a little bit more. I hope that you are too in games 3 and 4, probably tomorrow, so it'll be daytime again with different lighting. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you then. Bye.